I'm Anna Ozolis. I'm a junior, theology major with a music minor, and I'm excited to give this talk because I have done something like this in high school. I gave a testimony talk, and it was really straightforward. And then I haven't really done this since graduating high school, and my faith journey has really been a winding road since then, and I haven't really talked about it much. So I kind of think of my story as like two separate chunks. The first chunk is the first time that I realized that that Jesus Christ is a person, and that He loves me, and it totally changed and altered my life. So I was raised Methodist, and I went to the Catholic school just because they had the best kindergarten program. And while I was at the school, my mom was coming to Mass to see me read or sing in the choir, and just from school Mass, she experienced a conversion to the Catholic faith. And so we went through the RCIA program together when I was 10 years old and joined the church, and I had to wrestle with the question of why are we doing this? Why are we going through all this work to change churches? Why asking all these questions why are we learning things in religion class? Why is it such a big deal that we talk about God? Why do we have to go to church every week? Either it's got to be one of two things. Either it's all real, and I got to change my life and figure this out and get on the boat, right? Or all these people are just totally crazy, and this is the biggest waste of time ever. And I was asking myself these questions at a really young age. I started to wrestle with these questions, and kind of throughout middle school, kept returning to them. And when I was a freshman in high school, I was kind of at this turning point where I wanted a definitive answer, and so I was willing to take a step out and try this whole faith thing. I didn't really know what that looked like. I would try to kind of pay attention in church a little bit more and see am I going to figure out what it is, but I wasn't really getting anything out of that. It wasn't the best. I would try to listen a little closer in theology classes, but it was so boring. I wasn't finding it. It wasn't coming until I went to adoration for the first time in my life. And adoration in the Catholic faith is where the bread that is consecrated has become the body of Christ, is placed in this gold holder called a monstrance, and you go into the chapel and you see this gold monstrance, and everybody drops to their knees and adores, because we believe that is Jesus Christ. And I'd never had this experience before. I went into the chapel, and there was a praise and worship band playing, and all of these people dropped to their knees, and I looked up and I saw Jesus. And it was so clear and simple for me. It was such a beautiful grace. I just knew that He was a real person sitting in front of me, as clearly as you are sitting in front of me right now. Here's this person of Jesus Christ, and He told me just so simply that He loves me, and He always has loved me throughout all that time that I was doubting and questioning. And He loves me right now, and He's going to forever. And it was this beautiful, beautiful grace. And it really changed a lot of things in my life. I changed who I was friends with. I changed, what I was watching on Netflix, how I was spending my time. I started to want to learn about my faith, actually. And I started praying and opening up the Bible once in a while. So my life really changed, and I just grew from that moment, my freshman year, throughout my 4 years of high school, I just grew in my faith so much, and the more I learned, the more I wanted to learn, and the more time I spent with Jesus, the more time I wanted to spend with Jesus, and it just like was growing exponentially until the point where I decided I wanted to go to a Catholic school so that I could keep studying theology, not really knowing whether I would be a teacher or work for a parish or do music ministry or campus ministry. I didn't know what my career was. I just knew that I was on fire, I was in love with the Lord, and I wanted to keep learning more about this. And so I came